All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Yu Yu Hakusho, episode 93. Yusuke has transformed. A demon versus a saint. Let's go. Let's go.
It's not at all like on point, you know,
Nope.
for the themes here. And having Yusuke also end up going, because we were in kind of a DBZ style fight, we've now had our
Relocation to a place that can be destroyed.
Well, no, our giant monkey, Saiyan transformation.
Right.
Of sorts.
Yes, definitely.
And it's like, all right,
Okay,
cool.
here we are.
I want to get to know the character that's awakened within him, the demon, more so than I am interested in the power.
Especially since it's a character that existed in the world beforehand, not like, some Jungian shadow of Yusuke's or something.
Right. And this is also something then that will probably make this fight also not be as much Yusuke's win as it will be the Mazoku's. So curious to see how that goes, because now I'm more interested in seeing what kind of Sensui's thoughts and feelings are when this fight it inevitably ends.
And I got the feeling that's going to be this episode.
It's going to be this episode.
Probably.
So, all right, transformations, and hey, our boys squad watching. You guys we're gonna need to know how y'all feel about this.
Kuwabara just shouts out, Yusuke! As Yusuke, pulverizes Sensui into oblivion.
Could be.
No.
But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Whoa! You see, the proportions being kind of wrong in his body there?
Oh,
Like, his torso is unnaturally large, his arms were kind of thicker than normal,
Right.
Whoa.
I got a new hairstyle, bitch. Oh, what's that on his chest? Or is that just the scar from when he got killed?
Looks like he has a couple scars.
Yeah. He's just like, damn him.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yusuke's not here right now.
Yeah. Eat your heart out, Yu-Gi-Oh!
I've waited a long time for this.
Shit. Oh, shit.
What in the heck's going on here?
Now, what in the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like you played with an electric socket. I don't know what triggered this, but it appears Yusuke's body has finally accepted the transformation the Mazoku desired.
Back in the cave, his fighting was filled with such loathing and callousness, self-hatred. His heart was so dark, even for a bad guy. But now that's
Even
gone.
for a bad guy.
Yes, as if he's suddenly come to terms with his place in the world and achieved some sort of balance.
He's headed towards his death.
Alright.
Maybe he's accepted just that it's time to die.
I'm fighting a beast that only appears once every 40+ generations. That's no mistake.
You should be careful what you call a fortunate opportunity. Your luck could run out.
I wonder if he's gonna be able to, cast shit and stuff.
It does feel like
Whoa!
this would be one of those transformations.
I mean, he practically flew towards him.
Okay, already seeing some blood at the first hit.
Holy shit.
Okay, so this is just an execution.
Yeah. Oh my god. That was a strobe light effect. Jeez.
Oh shit! Oh, okay. For a second I thought he was
Fuck.
gonna mountain crush his head.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just the whole thing breaks.
And this is the offensive armor. He is not. He's not ready for this.
Why can't guys have these powers at the start of cases?
His ancestor must have been an extremely brutal and formidable
Oh,
warrior.
man.
Since we doesn't stand a chance of beating him.
Let's hope so.
Do you still think that challenging me is some great opportunity for you? Well, do you?
Oh.
Playtime's over.
He looks so frail.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, this feels just
An
like
upside down
Dawn.
cross. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
What's happening?
And then
Who's
Yusuke
doing
starts
this?
to fight back.
Whoa.
Out of the way, dumbass!
No, he's dead. And he lets it happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
He even turned off his armor.
No. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it was before it hit him.
Right.
I don't get it. Why is your Messi having second thoughts all of a sudden? I mean, he hit his mark head on, didn't he? It's what he wanted.
Pooh, take us down there.
Yep.
Now.
Let's go. Let's go. Fight's over.
Yep.
Hey, since we wake up. I said wake up, you stubborn son of a bitch. I'm warning you, I'll bust into spirit world and pull you back out myself. You can't be dead, not this way.
Oh shit.
Itsuki. Please, just let Shinobu go.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna kill a human, even an evil one, it's at least gotta be me pulling the trigger. I'll never know it was me who made that choice.
I get you.
Don't torture yourself. Shinobu
Yeah.
had only half a month left to live anyway.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Oh shit. What was going
Shinobu
on?
was suffering from a rare and terminal disease. Dr. Kamiya confirmed that, though not even he could cure it.
Okay.
An ordinary person would have lost the fight a long time ago, but not Shinobu.
Is this your idea of a joke?
He's telling the truth, but I'm not making excuses for my loss. Your final attack, Yusuke. With it, you proved yourself to be much stronger than I.
But that wasn't even my power. I had no control over my body. You and I, we aren't finished yet. I need to know who's really stronger.
Trust me, consciousness exists on many levels. Part of you that was ready to make the choice must have taken control. But it was definitely
Trust
you,
me, I would
a
know.
demon you, who killed me.
Damn it, you're not listening to me.
And that's
It
how he
wasn't
gets the
me.
last
I
word
can't
in.
be happy. I'll give you time to heal up. You take some painkillers now and we'll do it over.
Only Yusuke would still want to fight a man after he's dead. Wake me when it's over.
Actually,
Yeah, get
falls
some
asleep.
rest.
Don't
here.
just stand there, Koenma.
Yeah,
You gotta
dies
have
of
some kind powers that
cringe.
could bring him back.
I did, but unfortunately, they were stored in my pacifier, which I drained empty in the cave trying to stop him.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Koenma.
Okay.
Have a good nap, kid.
I don't
Dang.
get it. Why?
Okay.
Koenma brought you back to life. As for why, I couldn't say.
Okay.
Lost soul now retrieved.
Oh, and that might also be the reason why then the Mafuken didn't work against Sensui.
Maybe I've been wrong.
Maybe.
Since I realized your Mafuken would be my greatest obstacle, I arranged Amanuma's death to drain your energy. You were already riddled with
Yeah.
guilt over me. I knew
Nice.
you would feel compelled against all logic to save the boy.
Wow.
It was the only way I could ensure my ultimate passage to Demon World.
I do not understand why coming to this place would matter so much to you. You went through so much trouble and risked the destruction of all of Living World to get here. Why?
Because it's home. Home to the apparitions whom I've been taking life from since I was a child.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So we were kind of onto it.
When I was younger, I always wondered, why me? Why do these horrible creatures pick only on me? Why do they hate me? Why do they want me to die? But I was a child and I never tried to ask them. I never gave them the chance to speak. Instead, I improved my fighting techniques while I grew to hate them more and wanted them to die even more. When I became a spirit detective, they told me they are not like us, so they must be against us. Their difference threatens our sameness. It is us versus them. Humans are good and demons are bad. I discovered the humans I was sworn to protect were in truth the greater monsters. And if that were so, then I had to question everything I knew of the monsters I'd been fighting.
Right.
My world turned inside out. The truths I'd held to be irrefutable were all inverted. When I learned that I was going to die, I knew that I needed to collapse those boundaries between us and them. Thus the tunnel. Then I could come here to die. I thought if I could see the world through their eyes, be a stranger in a strange land, then maybe I could understand them better, and thus understand myself. Dying by demon hands, I could then make penance for my sins.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
But then I saw you, Urameshi. First demonized in a human's body, and then humanized in a demon's.
Cool.
Dissolve the barriers between us in ways
Nice.
I never imagined. And now I can finally rest. Urameshi, you are the justice I could never find. Great changes will come through you. Someday when you're lying in my position, you'll know a dying man's need for closure. But until then, thank you.
Wow.
Cool. Cool.
Nice. Wow.
All right. Okay.
Well, that was
quite the last words.
Yeah, that was a monologue for.
Yep. He'd been planning that one.
Yeah.
That one came from deep inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll take you myself.
I won't let you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get
Shinobu's
to.
dead. You got the end you desired, so don't you think he deserves the same? He devoted the last 10 years to refuting everything you believe in. He didn't live by your standards, and he certainly didn't want to die by them. So I won't let you take him to Spirit World, for you to judge him in your way.
Wow.
Cool.
Being defeated by the Mazoku was precisely the cathartic jolt he needed to resolve his inner turmoil and pay off his guilt. He finally conquered those 6 personalities and emerged as Shinobu, his original untainted self.
Nice.
So in a way, he's already been redeemed and doesn't need you people to do it for him.
Where will you take him?
Somewhere his soul won't be subjected to your overbearing scorn and judgment.
Wow.
Where it will be safe from hypocritical administrators who train a boy to be a killer and then hunt him down for being one as a man. You people do not deserve Shinobu's soul. Your spirit world will have to create another enemy so you can keep on fighting, as that is, after all, what you do. But
Oh
Shinobu
my
and I
God.
grow weary of that. We are going to spend the rest of eternity together, in solitude and in peace.
Oh my god!
I mean, okay, Shinobu had actually just
Yeah.
a decent monologue.
Right.
Itsuki came in dropping it hard. Wow.
That was...
Hold up, we got it better.
Uh-huh.
Since we achieved the very thing that he intended by initiating all of this.
Yeah, so he won.
Yep.
Nice.
Question, Urameshi.
What is it?
I was just wondering if you feel kind of weird.
Now that you mention it, yeah, something on my back's really been making it itch quite a bit.
He hasn't realized.
I must look like I've been playing around with an electric socket. See, you guys, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Share the same brain cell.
Oh, just something that crazy voice in my head said to me, but you never know.
Hearing voices?
Uh-huh. I like
You're
that.
the one.
He's not possessed necessarily by it. But
Are you? Then what?
bang.
Hey, watch where you're pointing that thing.
You asked me what happened next, right? Well, this is how I was when I woke.
Yeah.
I just finished shooting my spirit gun. I saw the blast heading for Sin Suite like it was in slow motion, but I realized I wasn't the one who fired it.
And that's gotta be terrifying.
Immediately?
If my ancestor is here and still alive, we have to find him. No, come on, Urameshi. We close the case and save the world. Can't we at least take a nap? I'm not gonna rest until I get to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
My
they're
ancestors
tired.
got in the way
I'm
of my
not.
fight.
Right.
I can't let him get away with that, no matter who he's related to.
But can we take a long rest, please?
You may want to give this decision more thought. The SDF have no doubt been busy little beavers while we've been gone, damming up the tunnel and living inside.
Busy little beavers.
That hole will be filled in like a cavity within a matter of days.
Wait a minute. If the hole is sealed up, then we...
You'll be stuck here forever.
Won't ever be able to return to human world.
Well,
again.
Kuwabara, you'll be able to,
Another
but...
double cheeseburger!
You can go back to human world now. or stay here in Demon World forever. But you have to choose.
That's nice.
Who's Keiko? What?
Fuck my mom. Fuck Keiko.
Load up, Pooh. Let's go back home.
Okay.
Ah,
yeah.
cool.
Because of course.
Cool.
Right. Because that's who Yusuke is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right.
I was
Thank
really
you.
worried.
I
for a
was
second.
worried too. Oh.
Sensui has been defeated, and human world has been spared cataclysmic destruction, thanks to Yusuke and his friends. Now that the battle is over, life for our heroes can return to normal. At least until the
now.
next dark cloud appears on the horizon.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Okay.
All right, that's
Sensui's
it.
dead.
Sensui's dead.
And,
Itsuki
man.
took him away.
Yeah. That was...
I loved like almost everything about this episode.
Mm-hmm.
The way in which Shinobu got to have his final words, in some ways a fond farewell to Yusuke and a thank you, and then Itsuki,
and maybe a little bit of a word of advice.
Yeah.
You know.
And then Itsuki being the, no, I have nothing nice to say to any of y'all.
Nope.
Drops some of the most insane bars on Spirit World and everyone here, especially Koenma and everything that he represents.
Yep.
I love
that was
that
absolutely
bit.
fantastic. Like because the shining star of this arc, hands down, has always been Sensui and his whole philosophy. The damage that he has sustained as a person over the course of his life and how he got to this point and everything.
Yeah.
So having the focus of the episode not be about will Yusuke's demon form be enough to defeat Sensui. No. It's a done deal. It's an execution, right? And then it's what does Sensui do? And you notice the whole thing of Sensui turning off the armor before the blast even hit. And I think that's so perfect.
Because from an interpretation perspective, it doesn't matter whether or not the armor was something that he could have been able to activate, like his more defensive version.
Sure, he probably still would have died anyways.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But the idea that, in this moment here, there's like 2 or 3 things going on. One, either he was so beaten down by the whole thing there that his armor just passively was no longer able to keep up with the energy consumption it probably took to have as a form. That's one option. 2, there's he turns it off intentionally, meaning in my desire to stay conscious or what have you, I'm going to need to take this off because it's draining my energy, whatever.
Right. Yep.
3, it's this is my time to die. Cool. But then there's the reasons why he turns it off to die, potentially as well. There's I want to die here. That's it. Straight and simple.
Yep.
That's one reason. The other one is that he hears, and this is like my more convoluted, but I really like it reason. He hears Yusuke's warning. He turns off the armor as a thing of going, oh, shoot. Okay, I'm going to die. Yusuke also doesn't want to kill me. But I need to die. So therefore,
if I'm going to die,
it will have to happen here.
Well,
and also, I don't want Yusuke or anybody else to have to do something more than this to kill me. The fact that it was a demonized version of Yusuke doing this is actually perfect because I don't want to create another young boy murderer.
Sure. And yet at the same time, it's also like that totally makes sense. And to have him be killed by a demon makes completely sense with Sensui's
he desired penance and stuff. He wanted to be judged
and all that. Yeah,
which is something we totally predicted, and I'm glad that they brought it up.
Yep, like Sensui absolutely makes sense as a character. But then, in addition, if he's wanting to impart some final warning words of wisdom to Yusuke, the idea that no, your actions have consequences, and hey, you ended up killing me.
Yes,
right? Like,
it was you. But it was still you as a demon.
Right. So it's the showing Yusuke the potential that he has to be an executioner, right?
Yeah.
Which is what Sensui was, and then he saw the humans doing all the things that they were doing.
So in that respect, Sensui won the philosophical battle because now Yusuke, well, from a certain point of view, is now he's now a murderer. There's a way you can look at this where he had no agency involved in this, except that pretty sure Yusuke, from the point of when he came into this fight, was going to stop Sensui no matter what.
It did feel a little bit like it could have been the mild censoring of things, so that way the protagonist isn't actually killing somebody. You know, he wasn't in control of his body. It was actually the Mazaku that was doing it through his body. Oh, Sensui was going to die in a couple weeks anyways because he had some disease that doesn't really have any bearing on anything else in the story.
I definitely felt the editor in this episode in a way that pulled me out of it. That is the one thing I would say that actually I didn't like. Was one, Yusuke being like, no, this isn't the way.
We'll do it over
again. I'm like, you're not Goku. Shut the fuck up.
And
two, the idea that, I didn't want this way. Okay,
I like that idea of him being like, if I'm going to kill somebody, I want it to be something that I am doing. No. So that I fully feel like I bear the responsibility.
I totally like that. But the idea that he would basically say it as the no, I did want to kill you, though.
Right.
So
let's do this over again. Like it.
Right. But it's like, well, wait a minute. So at what point, because it doesn't make logical sense, because if he beats him in a fight, it would have to be a thing at some point where Sensui's no longer capable of fighting because you beat him, and then what? You'd go up to him and just ta, and then you'd kill him? That would be how it would work. The same thing could be done here, if you will, because you beat him before you fired the spirit gun as well.
Sure.
And it would just be the same instance of, but the actual killing?
Yeah,
now you're fine with just going, got.
Right.
Yeah. I get it, but it's the kind of thing where I feel like Tagashi even knows it's kind of dumb, to the point where he wrote Hiei to say, wake me when this is over.
Right.
Which felt like...
If Hiei, the battle brain, says that about something, then maybe that's...
No, totally. I'm just saying that also felt like something where it was the Hiei responding to the writing conventions of shonen manga rather than actually the thing that why it makes sense for Yusuke to say this at all.
Now, to be fair, as a little bit of devil's advocate, pun intended.
I think
can
be a demon's advocate.
Yeah, demon's advocate. There was that whole bit in the Dark Tournament arc where it was showing how Yusuke was starting to enjoy this. Even if it wasn't like the fights in particular, it was the being in a place where his conflicts are simple, right?
Yes.
He fights people. He doesn't have to deal with horrible teachers, that are making his life hell, right?
Yeah.
So this could be seen as a continuation, extension of that. And we did have some of it earlier where he interrupts the whole Masaku, or not the Mafuken thing and all that stuff. But yeah, it feels a bit odd for Yusuke, which then makes me appreciate even more when at the end, when he gets the choice of, hey, you could stay here and look around for the Mazaku and, fight it or whatever. No, of course Yusuke's not going to do that. He's going to go home to his family. Yeah.
You guys all came here to try and save me, or not save me, but to save everybody.
Right.
And I'm not going to let this all be a thing where you get me back for a little bit and then just I disappear off again. That'd be
exactly
very selfish. Very selfish.
Yep.
So Yusuke's grown quite a lot.
Exactly.
But yes, Sensui got the best lines other than Itsuki, but Sensui's motivations being made perfectly clear of, okay, I wanted to come here to bridge the divide that had been artificially created by the way I was taught, that it was us versus them, and given that humans have just as much capacity for evil and monstrosity that demons have, I need to reevaluate things. I need to accept that I don't necessarily understand things the way they are. So I need to go to this world, be a stranger in a strange land, understand them. There's a lot about Sensui that fills into the archetype of the he was the best of us and yet he still fell, which goes straight all the way back to the Lucifer, Black Angel kind of stuff that he totally represents. It's very, very on the nose in what he kind of...
And it works great.
And what he kind of is. Yeah, exactly. But no, I didn't actually come here with, any plan as to how I would understand them.
Right.
All I knew is that I had to come here and give myself the chance.
Right. Exactly.
And he would need to be in a state where he had subdued all the other personalities so that he could actually be his true self throughout this whole thing. And I love that, because imagine he comes here and he's still warring within himself. This would be horrible.
Yeah, like I could theoretically see it being something where he comes here and he's still at war with his personalities, and then he resolves both simultaneously, you know? Like,
yeah, it would just be,
as he gets this fresh perspective.
I guess, it'd just be way worse of an experience. He wouldn't be able to enjoy any of this.
No, it would feel a lot more like the penance and the punishment. But
I'm really surprised, though, that if he wanted to spend time understanding, because he has multiple aspects of his motivations, when he then notices that these boys are trying to stop him and stuff, why didn't he just fuck off and leave? He could outrun them.
Yeah, it's
it's the kind of thing where
there's
I
elements...
think he wanted to die more so than he wanted to actually understand the demons.
Right, like,
so maybe he's fighting, be like, "Hey, demons, I'm here." You know, like,
sure, yeah.
Come, someone please come and, join in on this madness.
I adore this episode and how it resolves the character arc of Sensui and the emotional arc of this section of the story.
Yeah.
Some of the bits
of how we got here.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I'm still not as happy about. But this episode even did some things to make me appreciate some of the bits from before.
Oh, yeah.
The deal with the Mafuken and the idea that Koenma actually used it to save Game Master.
Yeah.
And not just that he did that, but that Sensui was counting on that happening. I really like that. Because
it really does work, yeah.
In the moment when Koenma uses the Mafuken, right, and Sensui is able to beat it off, right? That is
Go ahead.
It's terrifying. It's a great way to build up the antagonist and be like, oh shit, they're terrifying and badass and all of that stuff. But it is a breaking of a sort of rule that, we sort of had established of like, this is the MacGuffin that has had energy charged into it for forever to fix whatever problem, is potentially, it's faced with.
And it lost to the sudden transformation of our antagonist.
Which doesn't feel satisfying. No. But the idea that Sensui planned ahead, and of course, it looks like he just, randomly transformed or whatever, but no, he actually specifically made it so that there was a good shot. He could play to Koenma's guilt and make it be something where then he actually could defeat it. And it was still all he could do to beat it. I love that, because it's something where it basically reclaims the idea that the things that were the most satisfying about Sensui's conflicts was not his power, but it was the way he thought about things.
The way he thought about things, the way he made decisions. Because Sensui is a character who, like I said, very much is the epitome of the best of us, falling kind of aspect. But if you do if you do that for your antagonist, that informs a lot about the organization or characters that created him.
Sure.
And so Koenma suddenly gets all this characterization over the course of this arc.
Right.
But in that characterization, we now know what types of choices Koenma might make or would definitely make.
Oh, sure.
So one of these being he sees a young boy that he could save. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wait, someone who was made by Sensui into this person who I made Sensui. So this kid being here and being dead is my fault.
Right. Yeah. I love that so much.
It works so well. And they even showed the visuals of what Shinobu looked like, or Sensui looked like as a kid. And Game Master even looks like him a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it was eerie. So I love the idea that while they've been going through this, I don't even know who you are, Sensui, I'm fighting you. You're a bad guy. There's this whole mind game fuckery that's been constantly going around between Koenma and Sensui, and most of it going from Sensui to Koenma. So
right. But then all the stuff that Itsuki said, and that's the perfect way to tie a bow on it, because the thing is that it's not like Sensui is a good guy.
No.
Right? No. He did some pretty fucking awful things. But we know how he came about.
Yes.
And in spite of all of that, there was someone who loved him. He will be missed.
Yep.
It's the Sensui being defeated and killed, that is resolving a mistake of Koenma's in Spirit World, right? That mistake is now done.
Sure.
But
yeah,
doing the resolution of that mistake is also something that causes pain and suffering to people, right?
Right.
You know, it's not just, oh, everyone's, you know, they'll throw you out the nearest airlock and then throw a party, right? Like, yeah, like that's not what happened here.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah. Itsuki being someone that I think is a really tricky line to play as an antagonist subordinate in one of these kinds of arcs, where you have to give them an ability where they can be able to pop into the environments rather easily without being immediately just wasted by the protagonist, but also to not have them be strong enough where they feel like a threat to the protagonist where they'll actually try to fight them. And then also have them be characterized in such a way where they don't necessarily want to fight, but they also very much want to support the antagonist who does want to fight. So Togashi threaded the line of adding all those things into there with having him have his very specific power, which was kind of also I needed to write around this problem, so he just does that stuff.
Right.
I like that. In some ways, one of the best kinds of ways you can have those types of powers and soft magic systems is to have there be these questions that the audience shouldn't have to think about right now because there's something else the story is wanting to focus on, and the power just makes it be like, yeah, it's invisible. If you want to look for it, it's right there. But it's okay. Don't think about it. And that allows the story to focus on what it's wanting to focus on.
The emotion of the moment and all of that.
Yeah. And that was really powerful because Itsuki's opening line was so devastatingly critical hit, adding all the extra dice, all the modifiers onto this.
He'd been waiting for this.
Yeah, exactly. It's indefensible. Right. The idea that when we have characters that are in the cool motive, still murder kind of characters.
Yes, exactly.
Itsuki is like, whoa, hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
I am not saying that he is basically like
just or anything.
Yeah. No. All I'm saying is that I'm not going to let you, the one that made him this way, judge him for being evil when you are the ones that made him this way.
Right.
I have so much to say about this, but this is like one of the best like arguments, if you will, for nature versus nurture in the shonen kind of antagonist side of things, because most of them don't really get into this because it's the
he was always kind of a bad egg, you know,
or right, but it's always it's kind of a mix. It's never one way or the other.
Okay.
And in this case, because we know so little of who Shinobu was pre-Spirit Detective, all we know is that it was at such a young and impressionable age that there was some point when they started basically teaching him how to do his job.
Yeah, humans are good, demons are bad.
And
there you go.
And specifically gave him missions because of how good he was at doing Spirit Detective stuff.
Yeah.
That they then were like, okay, now you're just going to go and kill problematic demons. In some ways, they didn't change that just because Yusuke, was like a better kid or something. In some ways, Yusuke was actually more problematic because he didn't give a fuck about what you guys said. Like,
yeah, if anything, it was just that Yusuke was oftentimes in that protagonist reactive kind of situation where, demons, it's not that these are bad demons. These demons are actively doing something bad right now. You need to stop them, and that means fighting them. Right? As opposed to preventative measures are good, right? Like, better to just stop the things from happening. Nobody gets hurt that way.
Yeah. I love this type of trope for a character with the best of us gone wrong or rogue. When it's played up in a way where the character questions not just the fact that they are a killer or they do these things specifically, but why they do them.
Sure.
So they end up still doing the thing that they've been taught how to do very well, like killing or assassinating or something like that, but for a different purpose or goal. It kind of brings up the perfect contradiction of no, but the thing you're doing is still wrong, but you make it right by deciding that you're going to do it based on your philosophy,
Well, and
which
that's
is this wonderful contradiction within Sensui.
Well, right. It's the he still was not able to fully change who he was and who they made him to be.
Right.
If anything, he was able to maybe at the very end. But it's the
very, very end.
At the very end. But it's the okay, if I'm the person that you made me, at the very least I will take it back from you so that it's just me doing it for me.
Right.
Right. Like that's that first baseline step.
Yeah. In
right?
some ways, he's now basically saying, no, yes, like, well, obviously he's like, yes, Yusuke, you beat me as a demon.
Right.
But also, like you said, I like to be the one to pull the trigger. And that's why I really like the idea that he turned off the armor himself, where it was the thing of where he's like, I don't know if Yusuke actually will kill me as, you know, outside of his demon form influence or what have you. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. And also the fact that he had very little time left to live. Sure, I kind of almost like to have there be like some kind of moment where we could look back on the arc and see that there was some kind of foreshadowing of this, where it was like based on his time spent hunting and killing demons or stuff like that, there was something that was like some kind of scar left, some kind of wound left, something that left that to be there.
Some agency through line, or
because it also feels a little bit like we're kind of making it so he was gonna die anyway, so the protagonist didn't really
that's not
him.
really like relevant or brought up, or can be seen like
I don't think the story really changes too much if he had that or didn't have that.
Right. If anything, like
it just has Koenma's line of don't feel, or not Koenma's line, Itsuki's line of don't feel so bad, you know.
Sure.
Or wait, who said that? Was that actually?
I feel like that might have been Sensui.
No, it was Itsuki. It was Itsuki.
Oh, it was Itsuki?
Yeah, Itsuki pops out of the gate and says that like immediately. That's right. Yeah.
But
but
I fully though would buy that if Yusuke had not killed him and the demons had not killed him,
yes,
that maybe Sensui eventually would have been like, okay, I'll make myself pay. Right.
Sure. And yeah, regardless of whether that was through the disease that maybe he intentionally tried to make it.
I'll just sort of headcanon think of the disease as like his own mental health kind of a situation, because of
who's to know?
the guilt and
and
from
also,
everything that he did.
And also the idea that if he's like, got this insane level of energy, he's like, actively not letting it, help in any way. I'm assuming. Yeah.
You can't beat plot disease.
Yeah, you can't beat plot disease.
Even if you can regenerate from like bullet wounds and like
Sensui's a cute wife,
all that stuff. Yeah,
like, he had the off screen.
Well,
it's
because there was a man who loved him rather than a woman.
Oh fuck! I mean,
yeah. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as a resolution to an arc, though, and a character, not necessarily like perfect in execution, but had some really good stuff.
It felt like it was showing that it remembered what made the arc so compelling.
Yes.
In that it was about the moral conundrums and the internal struggles with Sensui and things like that in comparison to Yusuke.
Yeah, and that might have been the thing with Tagashi here is this is the ending I want. How do I get there? And it would have been just tricky to write that to maybe build it up and stuff.
Well, and also to not just to get there at all, but to get there in a way that feels climactic rather than like potentially like a all right, let's fight. Oh no, I don't have Ned.
I mean,
I loved that scene. By the way, I'm not saying anything against that scene, but like for the slam bang finish, the big crescendo before the character resolution kind of a thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
But okay, going back home. So let's go. Let's go cut your hair first and then see Keiko.
Right. Or maybe Keiko is the one that helps cut his hair. She's like, okay, I've had to deal with some shit, Yusuke, but
I would love that to be a joke plot point of we have to cut your hair like once a week now. like literally
Sure.
like just to keep it from going absolute wild. Like that would be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We do streams every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.